Hello everyone, it's Shirogane, and right now I'll be demonstrating young Joseph's moveset, skills, and possible exploits that you can all take advantage of. With young Joseph, he is a Hamon character and he is dependent. He needs Hamon for all of his skills, everything, his Clacker Ball Ace, everything. Even his runaway skill needs Hamon for it to determine how fast and how far he goes during his Jostar escape plan. So yeah, now just like all Hamon characters, hold R1 to simply charge, and he has the slowest Hamon rate, which is pretty sad, but it's actually pretty good because he's actually pretty good. And if Joseph is in play, these treasure boxes will be all over the stage. There'll be a matter of 4 in the entire stage, 4 to 3. And if you open up these treasure boxes, you'll find various items that Joseph may use, like Tommy guns, grenades, hammers, knit hats. So, in order to use these items is by pressing the X skill. And all Hamon characters, they can step on this safely as long as the Hamon gauge is full. So, yeah, you can't abandon this because he has the slowest fast on the slowest Hamon rate. So he can't really spam that. The only one who can spam that on top of the spikes is Zafeli. Now he does have a square triangle, and it's this. It does far knockback. It's excellent. He does have a knockdown, just like an all-star battle, and a knock up with the cola. It knocks everyone up. And let's see if we get lucky with another skill, with another item. Okay, we get more grenades. So I should really just use these up. And to use these items is by pressing X. And with the Tommy gun, every second releases usage. So let's reset his health. Okay, that's good enough. So let's do a combo with his gun. If I press X after it, this destroys the submachine gun, but it boosts them out of the way. So that's like a safety measure. And his grenades are very fun to use. It's a thing that he did to Santana, but it just glitched, so I couldn't use it, right? But what it does is he places grenades around enemies, and they will detonate, and this is a surprise damage. Yeah, since he had very low health, that it really didn't show how much damage it does. And now he has his crossbow. The L2 skill is a better version of all those items, so if I press L2, this does ricochet into opponents. So if I were to shoot this at a wall, it will automatically ricochet like that. So you can exploit that as any way you wish. It's just like Ponaref's saber throw. It will automatically track to an enemy and it will ricochet as many times as it needs to because it's that good. The higher the gauge, the more better the tracking has. And his triangle skill is his barrier. It actually expends stamina instead of Hamon, and it cannot block unblockable attacks, which is a shame, but it can just really block ranged attacks like Josuke's bubbles or Josuke's bullets. And his circle skill is his runaway tactic. You can hold this. The more you hold it, the further he goes, but it only goes a certain far, so like don't get too crazy with that skill. So now we got more Tommy gun, and I'm really trying to find Nip Cap because that's one of the best items that he can possibly use. And what the Nip Cap does is that it actually goes as far as he can run. So if I were to run this whole straight map, there it is. So let's say I run from here all the way up to the end. I just fucked it up. But it can go as far as you hold X. And if someone were to step on this, they'll get shocked. But I can do it manually, just like his GHA and All-Star Battle. And just pull it. Any enemy that gets caught will get put towards him, and they will be stunned. But this also recovers it so that he can use it again. So that's one of the most exploitable items that he can possibly use. So the more long you run, and there you go. This entire walkway is now a death trap. Not death trap, but in basically a free stun. So if you call it back again, oops, wrong item. You call it back again, you can use it again. But it's pretty predictable. But that's just only used if no one's focusing on you. Now let's say I push Josuke towards this. Now he will probably run towards me because he's gonna get angry any second. So let's just antagonize him a bit. See, he got stunned, and that hormone actually lasts for a while. DK. Let's get him out of here. He does have one last item, and that's the Sledgehammer. And it does have low rates of repair because it's powerful. Just like an all-star battle, you can use this on downed enemies. And I highly doubt that I'll be able to find this. Come on, Sledgehammer. Okay, we'll just do it one more time with the bomb. There you go. If you do get hit, the bombs will disappear. And yeah, this hurts everyone, including your partner. So don't go crazy with this. Don't be a dick. You're not Kira. You know, do not be a Yoshikage, Kira, detonator, mad bomber guy, because that's not nice. And yeah. So I guess that's a guaranteed spawn spot for the knit cap. So that's good to keep in mind. I usually get the hammer on the spawning side. So let's try it. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, for whatever reason I cannot find a Sledgehammer for the life of me. It's good to take advantage of the knit cat. He does have a square triangle in the air, and the square triangle, and also regular. It's weird because the square triangle is actually worse than the regular, because he does a zoom punch in the air which has better range, and the square triangle usually misses like 80% of the time. So don't be doing that. Okay, I'm just getting knit caps, but okay. Now we're going to the square and R2 skill. If you throw, this goes further as it can, and if your hormone gauge is pretty high, it does recover faster, and it comes towards you. And the square skill is just the same thing. Once it touches something solid like the staircase, it comes back. But if you hold square, he does a combo attack. And mind you, the lower your hormone gauge, the slower this comes out. So don't be going crazy with this. Like, just don't. And I think Gappy's gonna die by that obvious trap, yeah. So, I'm not done explaining him because he does have some mechanics that do need more explanation. Like, just ignore his runaway skill unless that someone's like approaching you and they're in your face, because it's happened rather fast. So remember, always keep the hormone gauge as high as possible. Trap enemies with that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get a Sledgehammer now. That's like the last skill I need to show out. It's like always plant this by the road most traveled by. So now that entire arc is now a trap. Oh, tequila as well. Tequila. You get this a lot if you're actually in the costume of Tequila Joseph. Like, I guess that spawns a higher rate. And if you use it like this, the X version, it's just like All-Star Battle, and a coconut will fall down on their head. And the regular version one, I think it doesn't make a coconut fall. Oh, it does still make a coconut fall. Okay. And if you knew all about that mechanic in All-Star Battle, after the coconut would fall, you just pull out the Sledgehammer. You have one. And now let's make Josuke suffer. Let's just show the base of his Yeah, Josuke fucking ruined it when the AI does that. Like, you have something and you're trying to show it off, but... Like, his base attacks are pretty weak for whatever reason. Let's just block this. As you can see, that did about 60% damage on its own. And you can charge this out. So that's basically it. And that's mostly used on down enemies. You can combo out of the ball throw and just go right into a combo. And of course, in Dual Heat Rush, all characters are broken. Yeah, you can go nuts. See that? That's crazy. Like, Joseph is one of the best characters here, just to be honest. Along with Gappy. The Josuke's really. Mariah. And do not forget to exploit Wall Crash. So let's do this one more time. And that's one of the easiest ways to do a DHA. And that's basically Joseph Jostar in a nutshell, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Sayonara.